Okay, so this video is going to have us go over the guinea pig worksheet that we did once I get the screen pulled up here. And also introduce the work that we're going to do today, the Merry Mice sheet. So this is our guinea pig worksheet that we had started yesterday after our notes. You were absent yesterday. I highly recommend watching the video going over the Dihybrid cross notes before starting the worksheet, or finding a reliable friend that feels like they really get this stuff and asking them to do a quick explanation. Those of you that are feeling really comfortable with this material today, would really love it if you could help the class out for people that have questions as we work. For some, might be pretty straightforward. Others might still be pretty confusing. So, especially with me being out today. But we're going to check your answers, in particular the back, and then I'll get you set up on the next question, and I'll have this key posted online. And I also have a key available for the Merry Mice worksheet that you're going to be doing today. So if you're feeling really stuck, need a helpful hint, that will be available to you. Now the notes that we looked at yesterday, quick little recaps. This was the worksheet that you got with it, but the notes went over how we can determine genotype and phenotype percentages when we're looking at more than one trait being inherited. Now, part of our notes yesterday talked about the law of independent assortment and principle of segregation. So we know genes are located on separate chromosomes, and each trait is inherited separately. So these traits are not related to each other. So your worksheet looked at guinea pig color and guinea pig hair length. And what these laws say is that because these traits are on separate chromosomes and because they separate during the making of the gametes, a guinea pig that is black will not influence whether it will have short or long hair. And a guinea pig that has short or long hair will not influence if it's going to be black or white. So fur color on a guinea pig is independent of hair length on a guinea pig. Just like eye color on a guinea pig would be independent of fur color or hair length on a guinea pig. So the two traits are not related to each other, even though they're going to be inherited together. Part of your notes, let's see, we did this one together here, but part of your notes that you had to do was to look at the offspring, or I'm sorry, the parent gametes, and just like how you would have to separate them, the alleles, on your Punnett square, we have to do the same with these dihybrid crosses. So we did do this one here together yesterday. So I'm going to do instead an explanation of one of the homework questions. So how you would get stood up, and then what the answers are here. So again, if you were absent yesterday, you'll want to watch that video. Again, this key's posted so you can check it later. Those of you that were here, we're going to want to check our crosses, check our answers, and do any fixes if needed. So here's our two parents. We have a guinea pig that is heterozygous for black fur, and it also has short hair. And then we have a guinea pig that is white with short hair. And we're told that black is dominant over white and that short hair is dominant over long hair. So the first thing I'm going to do is to break up the parent's genotype into all the possible gamete combinations. So what are all the possible sperm and egg cell combinations that could be made during meiosis based on the parent's gametes? So we talked about a strategy yesterday where you start with one allele and you find all the possible combinations for that one, and then you move on to the next one. So this uppercase B could be inherited with this uppercase L. This uppercase B could be inherited with this lowercase l. And I would rewrite the male gametes. So this is where the possible sperm combinations would go. Once I run out of options for that one, I move on to the next one. So this lowercase b could be inherited with this uppercase L or with this lowercase l. And we're just going to rewrite these down here. Just going to bring them down on the side. My white short-hair guinea pig, this little b could be inherited with this uppercase L, or it could be inherited with the lowercase l. And then I'm going to do the same here, uppercase L, lowercase l, and we're just going to bring them down here over the top. And hypothetically, if you put the female here, the male here, while your outcomes for your crosses would just be in different locations, you should still technically get the right number. Now, to determine their genotypes, just like a Punnett square where I match the row and the column, I'm going to match the row and the column of the two allele combinations. And if there's a dominant letter, that gets written first. And we start with because whatever the first allele is, we're going to group those two alleles together, and then we'll rewrite the second one. So here I have an uppercase B and a lowercase b that match up, uppercase first, and then here I have two lowercase l's. So we're going to just do the match, uppercase B, lowercase b, uppercase L, lowercase l. You're going to do that all along the worksheet. Here then, you're asked how many of the offspring are each different phenotype. So I made a little cheat sheet here, and I suggested that we do this yesterday just to help you organize all your guinea pigs. But we know that black and short are dominant. So if I see, it doesn't matter if it's homozygous or heterozygous. So if there were two uppercase B's here or two lowercase b's here, if I see an uppercase B, and if I see an uppercase L, doesn't matter if it's two or just one, principle of dominant says that it's going to show the dominant trait. So a guinea pig that's black and short just needs one uppercase B and one uppercase L. So a strategy you could do here is to go through and just count the guinea pigs that fulfill that quality. So this one would count, 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 this one would count. And that totals us up to 6. Now I'm looking for what guinea pigs are black, but with long fur. Black is dominant, so uppercase B is what I'm looking for. Long is recessive, so I have to have two lowercase l's to have black and long fur. So this guinea pig here, for example, would be black with long fur because there's an uppercase B and then two lowercase l's for the long fur. So we only have 2 of those. White and short, so white's recessive, so I would want 2 lowercase b's. Short is dominant, so I would need one uppercase L. So this, for example, would be a white and short guinea pig. So the 2 recessive alleles, but 1 dominant. And then white and long, both would need to be recessive. So this one right here would be a white and long guinea pig. Next one. So same thing, we want to find all the possible allele combinations first. So uppercase B, lowercase l, uppercase, lowercase l, lowercase, 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 lowercase. So you wrote them here, and then here you're just rewriting them. Here's our white short-haired guinea pig gametes. We're same thing, we're just matching them, rewriting them here. And then like before, you match the row and column. So one uppercase B here, lowercase here, uppercase L, lowercase l. Down here, lowercase b, uppercase L, lowercase l. So we got our little cheat sheet here. Again, when you're going through and you're counting each, we want to, again, keep in mind what would have to be present in order to see that type of offspring. So again, black is dominant over short. or I'm sorry, black is dominant over white, short is dominant over long. So an uppercase B for black, and I would need one uppercase L for short. So we have 8 guinea pigs that are going to be black and short. So these 2 rows here. And then down here, I have guinea pigs that are going to be white and short. So 2 lowercase b's for white, and then an uppercase L for short. So all these 2 rows here are white and short. We don't have any that are white and long or black and long. We don't have any that are 2 lowercase b's and 2 lowercase l's, or an uppercase b and 2 lowercase l's. So those would all be zeros. And this is online if you need to look at it a little bit more. But now we're going to pause the video and make sure everybody gets this Merry Mice Dihybrid cross worksheet. And this is going to have us practice more dihybrid crosses. And I'll get you everybody set up here once everybody has this worksheet. So we have in mice, the ability to run normally is considered a dominant trait. And mice with this trait are called running mice. So it might not be bad to have a little key here. So running is dominant. And so we're going to use an uppercase L for running, or uppercase R for running, sorry. And then the recessive trait causes mice to run in circles. These are called waltzing. So waltzing is recessive. That's a lowercase r. Hair color is also inherited in mice.